How to start using Shopify. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to basically discuss how to set up your Shopify store if you're just starting out. And I'm just going to try to cover everything that you need to know when it comes to the basics and getting things started. So the first thing that you will need to do obviously is going to be signing up with Shopify. I recommend that you go down to the description and click on a link. This is going to give you an extended free trial, and it's basically the best offer that you can get right now. And you can obviously just test things out for free and apply everything in this video. The signing up process itself is very simple. It doesn't really need a lot. You basically just want to start by adding your email address, or you can just go ahead and continue with one of these following services that are available. And you're just basically going to start with your store. And obviously you will need to select your location here for the actual store, because this is going to be helping you with the shipping later on and also the currency of your store. As you sign up, you may see a screen like this, which is basically going to allow you to add the name of your store and also add what you actually want to do in this store, whether it's going to be sell online, drop shipping, and so on. So you can feel free to select those. It's just going to make the experience easier for you, but even if you do skip this, it's completely fine. You can always adjust things later on. And welcome to your Shopify main dashboard. This is going to be where you spend most of your time. And if it's not this, then this is going to be just your theme customizer. So basically, you're going to be able to adjust every single aspect of your store from this dashboard. You're going to be able to add products. You can manage your orders, customers, discounts, everything from here, even adding apps and integrations. And obviously, the online store tab is going to be where you will find the store itself and customizing how it actually looks. So the first thing that I recommend you to do is actually go through the settings and try to set up as much as you can within these settings. It's just going to be something that you get off once, and it's just going to basically be set in stone, obviously, unless you want to change something later on. So by default, if you open up these settings, you're going to find yourself in the general option. This is going to be where you can add more store contact details and also the name of your store. You can change it from here if you click on this. You can feel free to change the name of your store if you have not already. And obviously this is going to be your store email, and you can add a store phone if you want to. Next up, you're going to also find the address of your store. And you can obviously even further adjust this if you want by clicking on it and adding more details to it. And then you also have more stuff, important stuff here within the store defaults, like the actual currency of your store and time zone and so on. Also, on the left side here, we can find a bunch of things that are very, very important to actually set up in order to make your store actually go live. For example, the actual payment methods that you'll be accepting as a store is going to be within the payments section. In order to add any payment method, you can just go and click on choose provider, and you can just go in and select the provider that you need and follow the steps of connecting it. Because each provider does have its own separate way of connecting, I can't really show you a clear-cut way to do so, but it is very simple. You generally just click on it, follow the steps that are, that are going to be basically shown for you, and you're just going to be good to go. So you can just go and search for any payment provider in here, and you should be able to find it. For example, like you can see here, we have Stripe. If you want to use Stripe for card payments, you can just go and click on it and click on install. Now, it also depends, because if you're in the US, UK, and I think Canada, if I'm not mistaken, you're also going to find something else called Shopify payments. This is going to be a separate thing that you can just actually set up, and it's just going to allow you to toggle different payment methods for your store. Which does bring me to another point, which is, depending on your location, there may be some stuff that are very different for you than what you can actually see on the screen for me right now. But generally speaking, you want to set up your payments methods to be able to actually accept payments. Obviously, the better ones are going to depend on your location as well. So make sure to find the proper one with the best, let's say, fees and so on that you can actually pick for your location. Next up, you can actually go to the shipping and delivery and set up the different shipping for each zone, or basically whether it's going to be international or domestic, and you can just go in and set the prices of them up if you want to, and you can even do condition shipping prices if you want. So for example, right now we have the shipping profiles. This is going to be where you can actually set up your shipping. You can create multiple different profiles if you want to. And I'm just going to click on the default one, which I have. Right now I have the domestic one, and also I have the international one. By default, this is actually the domestic one. Okay, so the international one, for example, is going to include every single country that is available. And you can feel free to actually set up the international shipping rate by clicking on the three dots here. Click on edit shipping option, and you can just go in and change the name of it, change the rate type, whether it's going to be flat or order amount or based off of the weight, or maybe if you use a carrier or app, you can just use that, the carrier or the app themselves calculate the price for you. And you can just go in and set this up. If you wanted to add, specific conditions, for example, depending on the order amount, you can even use this if you want. And on top of all of this, you can actually go ahead and add another shipping option. It doesn't have to be only one. For example, the default is 70, but we can make it so that, for example, if someone pays over 100, then they're going to get free shipping even for the international. So to do so, you can just add shipping option and just name it whatever you want. And I'm just going to change the rate type to become order amount. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the minimum to be, let's say, 300 in my currency. And in that case, the price is going to be 0 because I want it to be free shipping. And this is going to be, let's say, 1 to 2 business days. Obviously, this is going to depend. And I'm just going to click on done. So now it's going to be free shipping if the orders are actually above 300. Otherwise, it's just going to be this right here. Obviously, this is going to work the same exact way with the domestic. So you can just feel free to edit this one or completely remove it and add different shipping options. Once you're done with the shipping settings, you can just move on by clicking on save, and you can just go to the next thing, which could be, for example, let's say domains, because by default, you're going to get a .myshopify.com domain, which is not really great for your business. So if you are going to obviously start yours, you can just go ahead and either buy a new domain from Shopify themselves, or you can just connect an existing one from a different provider. This is completely up to you on how you want to do this. And you can just go ahead and connect your domains in here and make the appropriate one the primary one. So now that we covered most of the important stuff in the settings, there's a lot more too, so I highly recommend that you just go over them. But I just showed you the most important ones at the moment. We can actually go ahead and start adding products to our store. And by the way, the default, if you're still on the free trial, is going to be password protected, and obviously you don't want that. If you actually want to start accepting visitors, you will need to basically pick a plan and remove the password. But anyways, to add products, you are just going to select the product tab from the top left here. And you're just going to be able to see we have products, collections, which is going to be basically a bunch of products within specific collections. And you can just go in and use that in your theme to display them in a great way as well. Different grid styles and stuff. So let's just focus on the products at this point. We can just go in and add any product by either clicking on add product or import if you do have a CSV file which is compatible with what they have. So you can even click on imports right now, and you can just go in and click on upload a Shopify formatted CSV file. Or if you want to use another platform, you can just go in and use that. And if you don't have the appropriate format, you can just download the sample CSV and use that as your basically guide. Otherwise, you can just manually add products by clicking on add product. So adding a product is very simple in Shopify. You are just going to go ahead and give it a title, and obviously also a very detailed description, letting people know exactly what they're buying. Then you can just go in and click on the media tab. So if you click on upload new, you can just go in and select the different medias that you want to upload. It could be GIF, it could be videos, and it could be obviously images. So select however many that you actually like. You can just hold control to select multiple. If you have multiple images, click on open, and you're just going to have the different media here for them. Next up, select the category. This is going to help you a lot later on, but right now, just go ahead and select the category. Smartly enough, it did actually recognize it's, for example, rings and jewelry. And you are going to basically just add the price point of the product in here. So we can just say 500 in this case. And you can even add, for example, sale prices if you just toggle on compare at. Basically, this is going to be the before and after prices if you have sale. So I'm not going to do that right now. Next up, the inventory. So whether you have the inventory tracked for you or not, you can just go in and add them. So let's say you have 50 pieces. Now, whenever somebody orders one, it's just going to automatically be adjusted accordingly. And if you are working with SKU, barcodes and stuff, you can even add them in here if you know what you're doing and you know how to organize the SKU and so on. You can just use that from here. You have some shipping options, and also if you want to add variants like different colors or sizes. If you're selling shirts with small, medium, large, you can just go in and add that in here. It's very simple. You just add the option. For example, I'm just going to do size, and I'm just going to create size, and you can just go in and add your values. So small, medium, and so on. I'm just going to delete this because I do not need it. And once you actually do add them, you're going to be able to add specific prices for each variant and also images to showcase them. So other stuff that you can do is go to the bottom, and this is going to always be where you will find the engine listing options or SEO settings, where you can adjust the page title for it and the meta description, which are going to basically showcase in search engines, as well as the URL handle to each page and or product or collection or anything else really. Some other stuff here on the right side, you can add some tags and stuff, but we are pretty much done, so I'm not going to waste a lot of time. Click on save, and now you have a product ready to go. Now, one last thing before we jump into the actual site editor, we can click on settings on the top bottom left again, and go to the bottom. You should be able to find policies. This is going to be where you add your return policy, privacy policy, terms of service, and so on. So let's, for example, take terms of service. You simply just want to click on it. And most of them do have the option to insert a template. And obviously a template is just a template. So you will need to really go through them and edit the things accordingly. As you can see here, we have a lot of basically placeholders that you will need to replace. So make sure you read through the template. And once you're done, you can just click on publish and do the same with the rest of the policies. Now let's just go in and get to the actual online store. So if you click on online store here, we should be able to find pages and preferences. So basically pages is going to be where you can add different pages to your store. If you want to add blog posts and so on, you can just go in and use pages for that. You also have preferences, which is a bunch of different settings that you can go with. For example, the password of the site, if you want to remove this later on so people can actually visit and so on, you can actually go ahead and do that. And also do add an appropriate homepage title for the SEO and meta description and an image as well. But most importantly, now we are just going to click on online store, and to actually edit the store, we're just going to click on edit theme. So let's talk about the Shopify editor, page editor. So first, I'm just going to show you how to switch between pages. Right now, as you can see at the top, we're at the home page. But you can just go and click on this and select different pages. For example, the default product page. If you want to adjust that, you simply click here and it's going to take you here. And you basically just want to apply the same method that I'm going to show you in a bit to actually adjust each page. So I'm just going to stick to the home page, but now you can obviously know exactly how to filter between different ones. So basically, what I want you to do as a beginner, make sure to toggle on here this at the top, which is the inspector. This is going to allow you to hover over things from the screen itself and click on anything. And this is basically just going to make things easier for you to locate specific sections. And anything that you can actually click on is going to show you the settings for it on the left. For example, this is the header. And once I actually click on it, as you can see here, we have the header settings. And we can actually see now we can adjust the logo position and so on. So before we actually dive into the rest of the stuff here, we can also click on the theme settings here at the top. And we're just going to click on logo and favicon. And we're just going to go ahead and upload a logo. I'm just going to use some sample photo that I have here as if it is our logo, and click on done. And this is basically how to upload your logo, and it's just going to show up right away. You can even adjust the size of it and so on. Next up, other than that, within the same settings tab, you can change the different colors that you want, the typography of it, basically this is going to really depend on the theme because each one is different, but you can just do a lot of stuff here, and then you can just, apply them to the changes that you can actually do for the theme. For example, if you want to change the color palette, you can just go and click on add and just add any color palette that you want. And next up, you can just actually apply it to a specific section. So now let's talk about sections and stuff. So on the left side, if you don't click on anything here, you should be able to see we have the header, which has the announcement bar, which is this one at the top, and header. And you can even add different section. And if you see on the left side of any section, there is an arrow which is going to basically include all the things nested in them. For example, the header has the logo in it, and you can just click on logo and adjust these settings for it. Basically, this is how to edit anything that already exists. For example, we have this hero banner image. So in order to actually change the image of it, you guessed it, you simply click on it, and you're just going to find the settings for it. Click on select image and change it to whatever you like. So this is how to change anything that already exists, like I said. But what about if you actually want to add your own section? To do so is very simple. You can either do it from the left side here, click on add a section, or you can just hover between two different sections and click on the plus sign here, which says add section. And as you can see here, we have a lot of different things that we can add. Collection lists, contact form, logo, image with text, custom liquid. If you want to do some code or just paste in some code that does cool stuff, you can do that. You can add a carousel, whatever it may be, you can just go in and add that in here. Again, this is going to really depend on the theme and what they actually provide. For example, I just picked image with text, and again, to adjust it, you simply either click on the entire section, or from the left side, you should be able to find image with text. And if you click on the arrow next to it, you're going to find everything nested underneath, including the image itself. Click on it to change, like I said, and the different groups, which has the heading text, the body text, and also the button. So let's say we want to adjust the button to say something else. We can just go and click on it, and this is going to be the link of the button. We can make it go to google.com if you like, or just link to a specific product by just clicking here. Select products and select the product that you want, let's say silver. And that's it. This is basically how to adjust things in Shopify. You simply click on them, select the settings, or add something completely different. Now, underneath sections, you can even add blocks, which are basically the elements within a section. So in this case, the blocks are going to be either text, icons, images, and the rest is, as you can see, is very clear to you. You can also obviously change the background color of anything. You can just go and click on it and select the color option. So if you just scroll down, you should be able to find top row background. You can just basically change that. And it's just going to change the color of it, as you can see. But I'm just going to leave it as it is. And once you're happy with everything, you can just go and click on save. And we are pretty much good to go. Obviously, this video does not include every single thing that you will need to do to get started, but this information should be more than enough for you to actually play around for hours and hours and to try to actually set up the best store ever. And obviously, you can just always look up more if you want specific, ideas or tutorials. We have a lot we covered for Shopify in this channel, so you should be able to find a lot of help in here as well. But with that being said, hopefully you found this video to be informative and helpful. And for more information, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thank you for watching.